Welcome back to the Irish Bandit channel. I, as always, am your host, the one, the only Irish lover. Today, we're celebrating Valentine's Day, baby. I'm talking about the 5 ladies that make the Irish lover's heart beat fast. You stand there and you think about what you did. Never thought that idiot would ever get out again. Anyway, welcome back to the Irish Bandit channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I, as always, am your host, the one, the only, the second Irish Bandit. Now, much like that, what that idiot was saying, it's Valentine's Day, so I decided to talk about the 5 video game females who just make my heart race more than anybody in video gamedom. We are talking about my 5 video game waifus. And now, normally with these top 5 lists, I don't have any major rules for them. But for this one, I felt there needed to be some ground rules. Rule number 1, one waifu per franchise or per game, which means I can't have multiple waifus from one video game or from multiple ones from the same franchise. Rule number 2, waifu must be over 18 years old as well. I won't get into the funny story about this maybe another time, but this list looked a little different once upon a time, but we'll get into that another time. 3, cannot be from an adult NSFW game or an idle game. Has to have a story to it and just can't be a game about TNA. Not the wrestling company. And rule number 4, if I haven't played it, I can't add her to the list. Since I've never played a Tomb Raider game, I can't add Lara Croft, unfortunately. So if I would have played any of the Tomb Raider games, maybe, then yeah, she would have been on the list. But I think this is a good list, so let's get right down to it. Number 5, the reveal of this character was just outstandingly done from a really, really excellent game. I'm not a big Legend of Zelda player myself, but I thought this game was absolutely fun and had one of the best reveals in it when it came down to my number 5 waifu, Princess Midna from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I think Dan Avidan from the Game Grumps said it best when he saw the reveal of Midna's true form in the Twilight Princess playthrough when he said this. Midna turned out to be very, very stunning when the reveal came of her true form, when considering for 90% of the video game, she looked like this. So imagine this little gremlin looking thing changing forms and becoming this beautiful princess. Yeah, like I said, Midna turned out to be one of the most beautiful video game characters I've ever seen, and ranks right up there with Zelda herself. Now, Zelda I would have put on this list, but we know about her. But I like the mystery of Midna, where she came from the Shadow Twilight dimension. So I thought Midna was just, in her imprisoned form, I guess we can call that. She was a very interesting character because she was so mean and so nasty, and then she turns into this beautiful princess and her demeanor changes. Even one of the first things she says to Link after she transforms is, "What, am I so beautiful you can't say anything?" Yeah, you really are, Midna. Like, whoa, talk about a glow up. Coming in at number 4, we were introduced to this character in one of the best non Resident Evil games to come out. It was by Squaresoft at the time, and just a great game itself. But the character in this game, blonde, blue-eyed, beautiful, and can handle a gun really well. Coming in at number 4, Aya Bray from the Parasite Eve franchise. Hands down, I think Aya Bray is one of Squaresoft's best female protagonists. She's smart. She's a detective on the NYPD. In the first game, in the original Parasite Eve, she's a detective, but she holds multiple jobs tracking down neo-mitochondrial creatures in other installments. Like, I only played maybe half of Parasite Eve 2, and I didn't play the third birthday because that was on PSP, and I had no interest in the PSP. But I really wish Square Enix would come around to it and re-release it or remake it or remaster it or something. Do something with Parasite Eve. But anyway, Aya Bray, she was just a phenomenal character. And I mean, who could forget the Parasite Eve 2 shower scene? Kind of pushing the limits there, Square. But I absolutely adore Aya. She was just a fantastic character with a tremendous backstory. Beautiful too, like the short blonde, kind of shortish blonde hair, blue eyes. But man, she can kick ass with the best of them as well. So you can never really count her out. Like I said before, I hope Square Enix does something with the Parasite Eve franchise again. Like I said, make a new game, remaster it, re-release it, remake it. With Final Fantasy VII Remake being such a success, remake Parasite Eve, remake all three games. It would be phenomenal. Coming in at number 3 is a character that I've talked about quite a bit in the past. You know my adoration for this character. I can't understand it. Some people would look at her as the villain in the game she's in. While I don't necessarily agree with the actions she took, I can't condemn her for it. But that's neither here nor there. Coming in at number 3, one of my favorite characters, Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. Athletic, smart, and beautiful to boot. Monica was the total package, if you go by the storyline of Doki Doki Literature Club, that is. There are many things that I liked about her, those first 3 being most of them. Probably could also be the fact that I absolutely love the name Monica. That could be it, I don't know. But there was just something about Monica above all the other girls in the game. Now, don't get me wrong, I love all the other girls as well. You know, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, love them all, but for some reason, Monica just stood head and shoulders above the other 3. I can't explain it, and it's like I said before, I don't think she was the villain in Doki Doki Literature Club, but I don't necessarily agree with everything she did in it either. So, but still doesn't take away the fact that she is one of my favorite characters. Number 2 is a character that I've just been raving about more than Monica lately. If you've seen my Hush Hush playthrough, this character is actually based on the real life artist who created the game Hush Hush, the real life CEO of Sad Panda Studios, Morgan Long. A lot of her personality shines through with this character as well. And my number 2 video game waifu, Mio Farrow from Hush Hush. A laid-back gamer girl with a heart of gold, Mio is just a character I just have come to adore recently. And you can see with my playthrough of Hush Hush, especially the first episode when Mio comes on screen.
Hey, Hot
Mio!
Oh,
okay. Why did I forget this?
Pixelated.
Okay.
Here are your complimentary quarters.
Sorry for getting a little excited there, but Mio is my favorite character in this game, in Sad Panda's other game, Crush Crush. I absolutely adore Mio. So.
Yeah, I got a little bit hyped when Mio came on, but I mean, it's only because, like I said, she's my favorite character. And she's based on Morgan Long, the woman who runs Sad Panda Studios. She's also an artist. She co-wrote a visual novel, which I'm going to be playing here very, very soon. So a lot of her personality, her true personality, shines through with the character of Mio. Just, we learn so much about her in this game, and you get to know her really well. And it's like I've said before in my review. Well, I'm still going under, not doing any spoilers for Hush Hush, because I'm trying not to get that ending. But if you played Hush Hush, you know the ending that I'm talking about. That really kind of hurt me emotionally. It was really well done. It caused me to write a story about it too. So, hey, I'll take it. But Mio is just a character who I absolutely adore. And I don't know. I'm hoping we haven't seen the last of that character. I mean, other than the fact that she streams on Twitch every week. So, it's always fun to hang out with her in Twitch, chat and talk with the other chatters as well. So she's built up a really awesome community as well. I'm so happy to be a part of that. So, who is my number one waifu from video gamedom? I don't think you have to guess hard about who that is, seeing as I have this, and this. She's a character I loved in the original, and I adore her in Final Fantasy VII Remake. My video game waifu, Aerith Gainsborough. In all honesty, a case could be made for Jessie or Tifa as well for being number one waifu. Honestly, in my opinion, playing the game so far, Tifa is hands down the best character. She's the strongest character with her martial arts abilities. Jessie they gave her a personality. It's something they didn't do in the original game. She was just an extra body, and when the Sector 7 plate fell, that's all you felt about her. But they gave her a personality in this one, which made what happened at the Sector 7 plate more crushing. With me playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake, you're going to see that. And if you've already seen my Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough part 1, you know how emotional I got playing that. So, but there's just something about Aerith. It could be her caring nature, her sassy attitude. It could be everything. It's one of those things where I was watching Ryder play this game, and it got to one point where Cloud and Aerith are just outside Don Corneo's door talking with his cronies, and one of them was like, "Hey, Les, she could, she's cute in a homely way." What? No. Aerith is not homely. She doesn't need to clean up. She is actually gorgeous if you look underneath. If you look like within, she has just the purest heart of anybody in the game. She sees the good in everyone. And there's a bit of mystery about her too, especially this version of the character. I don't really know exactly what's going on with Aerith in this game, what her deal is. Maybe we'll find out more in Rebirth. But whatever it is, I'm digging it. And I absolutely love watching Brianna White's playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. Brianna White was the voice actress for Aerith in Remake, and she just does a fantastic job as well. So, it's like I said before, Aerith has always been one of my favorite characters from the original Final Fantasy VII. But with what they did with her in Final Fantasy VII Remake, they just improved upon it and just made her a more lovable character. And she's just one of the warmest characters, and I absolutely adore her. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like I said before, I love Tifa. No hate towards Tifa. She is gorgeous, an excellent fighter. She has a good heart as well, but there's just something about Aerith. But I mean, again, if you're saying Tifa's waifu, that's awesome. That is fantastic. I still, with any games like this or Hush Hush or Doki Doki Literature Club, I don't buy into that, said girl's best girl. You'll never hear me say something like, in Final Fantasy VII, Aerith best girl, only girl, or Mio best girl, or Monica best girl. No, they're all best girls if you ask me, honestly and truthfully. But, that's just my opinion. I have my favorites. Of course, I have my favorites. But I don't dismiss the other characters in the games. So, and I mean, I'm sorry if you do. That's something you got to work out. But I think all girls in games like this are best girl, and you're allowed to have your favorites. I have my favorite. If Tifa's your favorite, right on. You're not wrong for liking Tifa. But I don't get into the whole shipping thing, but that's another discussion for another day. But yeah, I'll just end this here. But like I said, love Tifa, but I adore Aerith. But who are your video game waifus? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd really love to read your thoughts on this one. If you're asking me who my anime waifu is, Faye Valentine. Every time. Faye from the anime series. Nothing that, well, although, like I said before in my review, Daniela Pineda did a fantastic job as Faye, but we won't get into that. We're done with that. Anyway, while you're down there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. In the description, you're going to see all the ways you can help support this channel. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Reddit. You can get your Irish Bandit merchandise from my Irish Bandit shop at redbubble.com. You can pick up your copy of my very first novel, Shade Falling, on Amazon. You can get that through either Kindle e-reader or on paperback. And you can buy me a coffee, where right now I have a goal set up where I want to get some new Elgato gear to make my streams look better. If you can, help out in the link down below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, tap the bell and you'll be notified whenever a brand new video goes live. I'll be back tomorrow with more BioShock playthrough. And then on Thursday, I have a review coming of Criminal Minds Evolution. That's what it's called. It is the new series set in the Criminal Minds universe. It's kind of picking up where the original series left off in a ways. I really don't talk about storyline things because I keep it spoiler free. I just talk about what I liked and I didn't like about the series, but you can see all that on Thursday, and then I'll be back again Friday with more Final Fantasy VII Remake. So until then, hope you join me for all what's coming up in the channel. We're up to 177 subscribers, and I couldn't do that without you guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'm the Bandit, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon.